Is you is or is you isn't? Is you is or is you isn't working? You see, because I believe you are not working. What up, everybody, and welcome back to another Monday meeting, y'all. We stay consistent around cha. Ah, you know what I mean? But let's drop in on a real note. You know what I'm saying? The Monday morning meeting is supposed to be honest and for consistency, and it's about progress. So that's what we got to do, right? So if we're being honest here, we hit a bit of a setback, a real downhill. Pulling out of it now, but the reason I quit wrestling is starting to rear its ugly head a little bit. Had a bit of an injury scare, and then I got wrapped up in the head a little, and then I was a little under the weather, but I think it was all, just accumulating, just compiling on top of me, just bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? So I hit the reverse button on all that, took a little bit of control, started doing the time limit on the cold showers to really just solidify that consistency and that suck meter. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to raise that a little bit, but it's still not great. Still feeling it in the hip, lower back, but it's not like an injury. It's more just like a lingering soreness. But the head stuff was a little scary because I just got like wrapped up in what could be or what would be or what is, I guess. But pulling through that, and then under the weather, so I wasn't able to work out as hard as I wanted to. But we have a good goal, easy but also a hardworking goal for the birthday region. Honestly, I could get there rather quickly, but I want this way to be the same way I did the 2 years in the 100-pound weight loss, where it's just an ever-changing thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it slow from here to there. We're going to reach our goals. We're going to fight for our lives, man. Overall, everything's great, right? Like putting in the work, finding ways to continue expanding the brain. We're learning, we're doing all the things we enjoy doing, getting a little bit of gaming in. But in the back, there's just been this itch of, how long do you got? How much can you accomplish before that happens? And then you want to get wrapped up in the state of the world and all that, and it's like, damn, can't do all that now, can we? So we gotta turn a little bit of the focus inward, really solidify the things that we can and can't control. Not solidify, but like, not fret over things we can and can't control, and just put our lives back in our hands and really keep pushing for that better. Always pushing for that better. Always a little bit more. And then we got the D&D stuff going really well. We just reached what will be our longest running campaign, I do believe. And it is our homebrew world, of Mirage, and that's super interesting. It's so much fun building and watching the story unfold in these people's hands and what they do with it and how, like, the directions they take. And then I'm just trying to get better at providing scenarios and sequences that draw them into the game and let them forget, like, the outside stuff and just be a part of the world and the game and be embraced and immersed in what is happening, and keep their attention for the few hours that we play, because it's not always just you playing. There's always other people who have to do things too, and sometimes you can get bored or distracted, or find yourself in a spot to where you're like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention, and I don't want to lose their interest, and I don't want them to find reasons not to be engaged at the table because certain things are taking too long or aren't as enjoyable, or so, like, I'm just trying to get better at that, and introducing creatures and characters and things that make them think or make them act or laugh. Most importantly, laugh. I like to call this common D&D. But I need to really start focusing on some inner stuff, and I need to really legitimize the heavy lifting. I need to just go hard on lifting, and breathing. So those are going to be two of our big focuses, and that's why we're not rushing our goal of our birthday goal, because heavy lifting is going to slow down some of the cardio and it's going to add some of the weight, but it's also going to just let us fucking rock some real good energy burning and muscle building, fat burning qualities. So it's really good. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really important to just stay focused and not get caught up in everything else. Just keep going and get a little bit more strict on the diet. Carnivore feels really good when I'm able to do it, so I would like to be able to just maintain a more carnivorous style diet. I guess you could say more of like a keto-esque, but like more on the protein side, protein fat side, because fats are really important, And honestly, if you eat them with the meat in the right way, they're really tasty. I'd like to try and get a little bit more into some of the mushrooms with, like, the brain helping, blood helping, heart helping properties, like the lion's manes and stuff like that. But I fucking hate mushrooms. I got my athletic greens and I got my liquid IVs, and it's really helpful, honestly. I just need to stay a little bit more disciplined, and it all comes down to just internalizing, focusing, and making sure that I keep my discipline as well as the motivation. Because as much as people hate on having one or the other, it's always fun having both. So piss off. And I understand discipline is more important than motivation, because you'll run out of motivation real quick, but as long as you're disciplined, you'll still get the shit done. But it's hard to become disciplined without motivation, you know what I mean? But we got our goals. We're progressing forward. Like I said, we had a little bit of a hiccup, got in our head a little bit. Honestly, the injury really scares me. So, like, it's going to happen. And I just got to be prepared for that. So, just be a little bit better, work a little bit harder, and no big deal. And like that may not be what everybody needs, but I know it's what I need and how to, work through my stuff. So I'm ready for it. Hmm. I'd like to make these longer, and I have talked about that, but I don't think this is the week that I'm going to do it. I don't have enough to say, and I don't have enough that has happened. Um, like I said, got a little down and out, but we're pulled right back out of that, and we're ready for some more adventures. So like maybe next week we'll have a little bit more to say because we'll have accomplished a little bit more. um, but aside from that, man, set some goals, find your whys, and don't forget to smile, y'all.